Cyberpunk is an iconic subgenre of science fiction that emerged in the late 20th century. It's known for its dark, gritty portrayal of future societies, often characterized by severe societal decay, dystopian megacities, and a heavy focus on social issues like inequality and corruption. Think Blade Runner meets The Hunger Games. And today we're diving deep into the visual elements of this genre to define what makes something cyberpunk, starting with neon lights. Cyberpunk settings are often illuminated by the glow of neon lights, reflecting the intense, vibrant energy of megacity life. These lights don't just serve an aesthetic purpose, they also reflect the digital age we live in, saturated with information and technology. The constant hum of the city and the feeling that you're always connected are emphasized through these bright lines cutting through the darkness. But it's not all about the color palette. It's about what these lights represent, a world dominated by technology where the lines between the real and digital are blurred. But why do we love them so much? There's something magnetic and alluring about them. Maybe it's their ability to transform the ordinary into something extraordinary, or how they make the mundane feel otherworldly. They have a unique power to transport us to a world that's both familiar and strange. Cyberpunk aesthetics, while set in the future, has a certain nostalgic quality. Perhaps it's the chunky wires and outdated tech that evoke feelings of a bygone era. This juxtaposition of old and new is a key element of the genre, highlighting how quickly technology becomes obsolete in our ever-evolving world. It's a reminder that the future is already here. It's just not evenly distributed. But there's more than just the allure of nostalgia at play here. Cyberpunk aesthetics can also be seen as a form of escapism. They offer a chance to explore a world that's very different from our own, a world where anything is possible and where we can let our imaginations run wild. In a way, it's a celebration of creativity and the endless possibilities that exist when we embrace the unknown. At their core, though, cyberpunk aesthetics aren't just about escaping reality. They're also about confronting it. Cyberpunk settings are often dystopian, presenting a future that's bleak and unforgiving. And yet within this darkness, there's a glimmer of hope. It's the idea that even in the darkest of times, beauty can still be found. These aesthetics remind us to look for the light in the darkness and to appreciate the world around us no matter how challenging it may be. So whether you're a fan of science fiction or just someone who appreciates unique and thought-provoking art, cyberpunk aesthetics have something to offer everyone. Let's move on to rain. Rain is another classic element of cyberpunk aesthetics. The relentless downpour creates a sense of gloom and despair, emphasizing the dystopian nature of the setting. Cyberpunk stories often take place in a future where the environment has been neglected due to unchecked industrialization and climate change. The rain serves as a constant reminder of this neglect, mirroring the decay of society itself. The streets become rivers, reflecting the neon lights in a distorted manner, creating an eerie, almost surrealistic atmosphere. This heavy rain also acts as a metaphor for the emotional state of the characters, many of whom are struggling to survive in a world that seems determined to keep them down. Cyberpunk's signature rain is more than just a weather phenomenon. It's a creative tool that adds depth, atmosphere, and meaning to the genre. It is a testament to the power of nature that even in a world dominated by technology and urban sprawl, the natural world remains a potent force. In essence, the rain in cyberpunk isn't just wet and dreary. It's a symbol of the struggle, resilience, and ultimately the humanity that persists even in the face of a decaying dystopian future. It's a powerful reminder of the importance of protecting our environment and the consequences of neglecting it. After all, as they say, the future is already here. It's just not evenly distributed. Moving on to reflections. Reflections are a key element of cyberpunk aesthetics, playing a crucial role in shaping the genre's distinctive look and feel. Cyberpunk settings are often characterized by towering skyscrapers, sleek chrome buildings, and a heavy use of glass and metallic surfaces. These reflective elements serve multiple purposes. They enhance the futuristic vibe of the city, symbolizing a world dominated by technology and advanced materials. Moreover, they create an atmosphere of detachment and anonymity, which aligns with the genre's themes of societal decay and the alienation of its inhabitants. Reflections also serve as a visual metaphor, distorting and fragmenting the image of the city and its inhabitants, mirroring the fractured state of society. This fragmentation is further emphasized by the interplay of light and shadow, which creates a sense of depth and complexity in the urban landscape. The interplay of light and shadow in cyberpunk aesthetics is another critical aspect that enhances the genre's visual appeal. In cyberpunk settings, the harsh glare of neon lights is often juxtaposed with deep, inky shadows, creating a dramatic contrast that highlights the stark realities of life in a dystopian future. This interplay of light and dark serves several purposes. First, it reinforces the futuristic and technological aspects of the setting, emphasizing a world dominated by advanced lighting systems and high-rise structures. The dramatic lighting also creates a sense of mystery and intrigue, adding to the overall atmosphere of suspense and danger. By casting these long shadows, cyberpunk aesthetics often depict a world where the lines between good and evil are blurred, where morality is complex and ambiguous. This use of light and shadow also serves to emphasize the physical and social decay that permeates cyberpunk settings. The harsh shadows cast by towering buildings can symbolize the deep societal divisions and the stark inequalities that define these dystopian futures. Overall, the reflections and interplay of light and shadow in cyberpunk aesthetics contribute to the genre's distinctive look and feel. They create a visually striking and thought-provoking portrayal of a dystopian future, inviting viewers to contemplate the potential consequences of unchecked technological advancement and societal decay. And finally, crowds. Crowds are a staple of cyberpunk aesthetics, serving as both a visual element and a thematic device to enhance the overall impact of the genre. Cyberpunk settings are often characterized by densely populated, overcrowded cities, reflecting a future where unchecked urbanization and overpopulation have led to severe societal and environmental degradation. The sheer density of people in these cities contributes to the dystopian atmosphere, suggesting a lack of resources, sanitation, and basic services. The crowds also highlight the stark social inequalities that define cyberpunk societies, typically featuring a small elite class living in relative luxury amidst the squalor of the masses. This stark contrast between the rich and the poor is a recurring theme in cyberpunk narratives, emphasizing the dehumanizing effects of unchecked capitalism and societal decay. Moreover, the crowds in cyberpunk aesthetics serve as a constant reminder of the surveillance and control mechanisms that permeate these dystopian futures. The dense urban environment provides the perfect setting for advanced surveillance technologies, with authorities closely monitoring the movements and activities of the populace. This atmosphere of constant surveillance creates a sense of paranoia and fear among the characters, as well as a feeling of claustrophobia and entrapment for the audience. Furthermore, the crowds in cyberpunk settings often serve as a backdrop for acts of rebellion and resistance against the oppressive forces that seek to maintain control. The sheer numbers of people in these cities represent a potential for collective action, suggesting that even in the bleakest of dystopias, the spirit of rebellion and the hope for a better future endure. Overall, the crowds in cyberpunk aesthetics play a multifaceted role in shaping the genre's distinctive look and feel. They contribute to the dystopian atmosphere, highlight social inequalities, and underscore the themes of surveillance and control that permeate cyberpunk societies. The presence of crowds in cyberpunk settings reminds us of the importance of social responsibility and the potential consequences of unchecked urbanization and societal decay. There you have it. A deep dive into the visual elements that make cyberpunk, well, cyberpunk. Each of these elements, from the iconic neon lights to the haunting rain, the striking reflections, and the teeming crowds, contribute to the genre's distinctive look and feel. But it's when they come together, when the rain reflects the neon lights in a crowded, decaying city, that cyberpunk truly comes to life. So the next time you find yourself in a cyberpunk setting, take a moment to appreciate the rich tapestry of visual elements that make this genre so captivating. And if you found this video interesting, please don't hesitate to share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective on the cyberpunk aesthetic and its enduring appeal. And if you're a fan of our content, please consider supporting us. Your support helps us continue producing engaging and thought-provoking content on the topics you love. Thanks for watching.